Hello and welcome to the Anne and Film Scoop. We are under the weather this week, so are unable to record an original podcast. So we thought we would re-release this interview we did with Tal Shimony, one of the producers of the Nova Dance Festival in Israel. We are re-releasing this podcast to mark the anniversary of the October 7 massacres. Tal narrowly escaped with her life on that day, but lost over 40 friends. This interview was first recorded during the run of our play off-Broadway in 2024. The play is October 7, the play. So please listen to this interview from Tal. It's an amazing interview. And remember, this is what young people and old people across Europe and America and in colleges and universities, they were celebrating these massacres. Listen to Tal and think about where we are in the world when many people are celebrating this. So we want to bring October 7, the play, to the world. It's a verbatim play based on testimony from people like Tal. Tal is featured in the play. Her testimony closes the play. So we were very proud and very lucky to have her. So please listen to the podcast, listen to her interview, and go to October 7, the play, to learn how to get the play to your area. Thanks.
We're actually going to meet with Tal now. We're going to be talking to Tal, who's one of the survivors of the Nova Festival and who is one of the people who was organising the Nova party. And she's a person who's in our play as well. And she happens to luckily be in New York. So we're going to go to that interview now.
We're joined now by Tal Shimony, who's in New York because of her work with the Nova exhibition, which is downtown. We spoke to her in Israel back in November because she was one of the producers, one of the organisers of the original Nova Festival, which was hit so hard on October 7th. And she was able to come and see the play a few weeks ago where, as we said, one of the actors portrays Tal on stage. Tal's character, it's an incredibly important part of the play. She opens it and closes it with her thoughts on good and evil and darkness and lightness. And, we'll talk about that now. Thanks for joining us, Tal.
Thanks you so much for hosting me today. It's always an honor and a pleasure to meet you guys and be with you.
Yeah. What was your role at the Nova Festival? Tell us, of course, of all, actually, what is the Nova Festival? What was the Nova Festival and what was your role there? Because people know there was a dance party, but
it doesn't sound like a dance party like maybe some of us would think of a dance party. There's something kind of different about it. Just to explain it to us.
So I can start from the whole beginning. My connection to Nova production started in a different festival in Hungary around 3 years ago. I went there alone. Someone got me connected to one of the co-founders, Nimrod Arnin, and they welcomed me into a family. It's a very, very nice small community in Israel, something I didn't know before. I have been living in Berlin for the last 4 years, so I haven't spent a lot of time in Israel in parties. And the entire festival, Nimrod kept saying, you have to come to our festivals in Israel. We are doing 3 times a year. It's called Nova. It's super nice. You're going to really like it. I'm sure of it. And I made him a promise. Then I'm going to join. So I managed to come to my first Nova festival, actually October 2022, a year before the massacre. And ever since then, I tend to visit Israel only when there are festivals like this because I had so much fun and they created something new. They created something fresh. They created something that combines all the beautiful values of music festivals, which is love and peace and friendship and the love to nature, because the parties are always being done in very nice locations in nature, and the Nova production always likes to keep it clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I went again to this Hungarian festival around August 2023. And I met there my boyfriend, who is also one of the main producers of Nova. And one of the other producers asked me to join them because he said to me, we are going to do the biggest event we did so far. And it's going to happen in October. And he knew I was supposed to come and visit Israel because, my boyfriend was living there. And I rescheduled my flight in order to come and help. My job at the festival on October 6th and 7th was team manager in the ecological department in Nova. So yes, we have an ecological department. We are trying our best to keep the environment clean, and we are educating the crowd to do so as well. If it's with talking, so I have a team of volunteers that they're getting a ticket in return for spending 4 hours of the festival, explaining to people that we use only reusable cups in the bar, and giving some trash bags, explaining that we have plastic trash bins and non-plastic. So we are really thinking about it, and that was my job during the festival.
So just to fast forward October 7th, tell us how did that day start for you, and how did it unfold? What happened?
So I arrived with friends on a ride at 12:30. My shift was supposed to start at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm very used to it, so didn't sound for me that bad. My boyfriend was already there. He was doing all the sets up with other producers. And when I arrived, he was very tired. So he went to sleep basically 1 hour after I arrived, after he, of course, gave me a tour in the beautiful festival ground. It was amazing, really. One of the most beautiful festivals I've ever been. It felt like an international sense, It smelled like something that came from abroad. It didn't feel like the people who produced it were from Israel. They took so many ideas from the festivals they went to in Europe in the summer, and they amplified them inside the festival. It was so organized and so well made. Everything was thought about till the 100%.
Yeah.
Fast forward around, there was a technical issue with the main dance floor, so the music there started only at around 4 a.m. I remember people running in joy towards the the main dance floor. And I always have that thought in my brain, who would have thought that we would run away from the same dance floor 2 hours after that? Only 2 hours.
And where were you when everything started?
So I was actually at the main dance floor because at 5:45, 45 minutes before the attack started, the last DJ started to play, Yarin, DJ Artifacts. And he's a good friend, so we decided that we're gonna go see him. I woke up my boyfriend. It was the first time he was awake. We were dancing, and then we went to the bathroom. And when I left the bathroom, that's when the attack started. Hundreds of rockets above my head. Now, if audience will look up to the ceiling, they can take maybe 3 times a normal ceiling room. If you would look up to the sky and you would think about rockets, a lot of people think it's very far away from your head, but it's not. It's quite close. It's around 10, 15 meters above your head. If it would be maybe 5 meters below, or even 2 or 3, you will already be injured.
Yeah.
So these were rockets that were being destroyed by the Iron Dome, is that right?
Yeah, the Iron Dome, we are very lucky, Israelis, to have Iron Dome, because this amount of rockets, if it would hit there, much more casualties.
Yes.
Lucky us, we have an army and a state that wants to protect the civilians, so they created this system that is minimizing casualties into zero.
Yeah.
Since forever. And when it started, the first thing that happened is that I got a panic attack because, well, I was not used to it. I haven't been in Israel for a very long time. And from that moment on, my boyfriend was the one who took me out of the event. We went away by car. His car was not in the main parking, which helped us a lot during this attack. And we had a choice to make when we left. It was either going to Tel Aviv towards the north, or to go to a house the production is rented for artists to rest in. And for some reason, I decided to press on the Waze and on the Google map to this house. This house was next to Netivot, which is very close to Gaza still. It's around 5 kilometers as well. So we were not fully safe, and we didn't really knew there were terrorists at that point.
Yeah.
Now, a related story would be that at the same time as us, our friend Noah left, we saw her on the car, and she took the road to the north, and she was the first car to meet terrorists, and that was the way we knew there were terrorists at the party. We only knew when we arrived into the protected house.
Was she killed? Was she?
No, she managed to survive, and she saved people with her. But unfortunately, the 20 cars after Noah did not have the chance to survive. Around 20, even more. They were waiting in sad course with machine guns with their trucks. We spent a day hiding from terrorists in this house. And very soon in the morning, we realized that this attack is bigger than what we think, because we started getting a lot of phone calls and messages from our friends about what's going on in the festival ground. And we became basically the first improvised war room on October 7th.
I remember this.
And when we posted our our phone numbers and details in social media, we thought it would be like, we're going to get like 10 or 20 messages, but the amount of messages flowing about people who need help was massive. Hundreds of messages. I got a call from one of my best friends. She was running in the field. I can literally see her being hunted by terrorists. And I have many other calls during the day from people that I really love, from my colleague, from producers, from everyone I know and meet. And
what were you able to say to them? Like, what advice were you able to give them?
I have no advice. For my friend who was running away from terrorists, I literally said, run all the time, and that I love her. Trying to save them. I didn't really have a good advice. Hey, shake it. You're not being a good girl, right?
Kelly's unhappy.
Usually she's very happy and calm. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe she doesn't like Irish people.
Maybe that's it.
No.
Maybe, yes.
I think
So I remember at the in the play, and we'll get to the play in a moment. The last your character ends the play, and you say you went to 40 or 50 funerals of friends.
I lost over 15 friends. And I went to many funerals, not to 40 or 50, lucky me. But it's only because we just couldn't go to all the funerals of everyone. My boyfriend lost much more friends than me. And at some point we chose to stop going because we just couldn't handle it anymore. The body has a limit. I collapsed. After a funeral of 2 good friends of mine from home, I collapsed. I couldn't deal with anything anymore.
Yeah.
And the only reason I'm back on my feet right now is basically the Nova Foundation and the Nova community. Like, this community saved my life in many ways. Yeah. You already met me after having around a month of having a job or anything like that. But in the first 3 weeks, I was a mess.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, so talking of when we met you, when you were approached in Israel by 2 strange-looking Irish people who said, tell us your story, and we're going to put it on stage.
Using your words.
Yes, using your words.
What did you think?
Did you think it was strange, or could you see what
I
they were trying
was amazed by how much this event impacted the world, and I was very much honored and happy that people want to bring it out in an artistic way, because I'm a professional contemporary dancer, so for me the stage is the best way to express, and it's the best way to show, because it's very personal. I was surprised, but I'm pretty sure that, I don't know I think you saw, it was a mess when you guys came the first time. There was no room to do it properly, and I was in the middle of a work day, of a community day, that was very big. And I stopped everything and talked with you for around an hour. And I just remember it was just one of the things that I did at that time. I was just, every time someone who spoke English wanted to hear the story, they were just sending them to me. So for me, it was like a bit robotic
Yes.
at that point. I was not taking a lot of effort or thought to it. I was just thinking about all the other stuff I have to do.
Yeah.
And I think it's also because at that point we were still, most of us, in survival mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were still like not fully understanding the great loss that we experienced and the trauma that is like keeping us awake at night. We had nightmares and we understood it was because of it, all of us. Yeah, I mean, I talk about myself. I cannot hear loud noises. I have some stuff that I'm not okay with. And at that point, for me, it was just another stuff to do. I was very happy to hear that this thing will go to Broadway because I know how much impact these kind of things have. So, yeah.
So you fast forward. We interviewed you twice. I remember the first time you were right. It was an hour. It was difficult. It was chaotic. And then we went back and interviewed you the second time. Isn't that right? We went back. Yes. Yeah. We went back and I think we did. Yeah. Because I remember you had written out something you wanted to say. It was like a speech.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know I think it was the same time, but maybe in a different place. It wasn't a speech. It's just something that I wrote down after what happened, about the relationship of love and hate, and light and darkness.
Yeah, and it ends. We chose that.
It was so powerful that we used it as the last.
To end the play. So, what was it like to see your story on stage, and what was it like to see an actress portraying you? Any thoughts on that?
It was funny. I think for me it was like, I think it was the first time that I realized that this thing is so big that people will actually play the role of me in a Broadway act or a movie or like I started to understand, okay, well, I think this story is kind of like unique or something that didn't happen to a lot of people, so it's been brought out there to the world. And I was very happy that the end of the show was the words that I chose to tell you guys about dance and light and love, because that's actually the best way to describe the Nova community and the people that I am surrounded with for the last 8 months.
And that's kind of a good segue to the fact that you're here in New York, and the reason that you're here in New York. We're obviously delighted that we were able to have you come on stage and everything and say hello to everyone. But you're here because of the Nova exhibition.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what is the Nova exhibition?
So around 2 months after the event, we put everything that was on site, on ground, all the tents of the dance floors, all the market, the market little stands, we put them all in storage. And then Ilan Facto, the main producer of this exhibition, he came with an idea to just show it to the Israeli people. Because we had this feeling that they don't understand who we are. And we wanted to find a good way to memorize the people we've lost. So we just took everything, of course, in a very good production way, because, well, we're still producers. They just came up with this idea of like putting it all up together as an exhibition. And in Tel Aviv, it was there for 1.5 months. We realized how impact it has all over the world, because people from all over the world, like parliament members and prime ministers and like the parliament members of Israel and every consul and ambassador that is in Israel came to see this, because they felt like they have to see what was happening there. And the monuments were so real. And it's an immersive exhibition. It's not a museum. We want people to touch things, to feel, to smell, because it was an immersive experience for us, and that's what we want people to understand.
It's really powerful.
And then one of the visitors were Scooter Brown and Joe Taplett. And they both just said to us, this is the biggest massacre happened in the history of music festivals. And that should be the main story that is being told about October 7th. And that should be the thing that we're taking out to the world to explain what happened that day. And then they decided to want to bring it here, to the US, to New York.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of, our play is verbatim. That's, your exhibition is verbatim in the sense that everything that's in that, it's like a warehouse, is actually from, it's not a recreation of, so in the video you can see Hamas terrorists shooting up the portaloos, the portable toilets with their machine guns, and you have taken the actual toilets and they're there. There are flip-flops lying around, there are tents there. These are actual,
there are burnt out
personal,
cars.
One of my friends, she's, one of the tents there is her tent.
Oh, God.
It's her personal tent.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like the bathroom for me, the first time when I saw the bathroom, that was the last place I've been in the festival before everything started. I broke. It was for me I was like, wow, this is the first time I realized I was saved from death.
Yeah.
Because the last place I've been is full with bullet holes. Yes. Full. And people are saying, is this real bullet holes? They're too small or stuff like this. And I'm just like, well, I've been a shooting instructor in the army. I know how they look like.
Yeah.
And, they only took the things that were not too horrible to witness because they were full of blood and stuff like this. And you just say to yourself, if this is how the light things look like, imagine what's going on with all the rest.
Yeah.
And this is one of the most brilliant things, I think, this production has ever done.
Well, it's the power of verbatim. It's the power of using, you could do a play about October 7th and tell fictional stories, or you could do what we did and tell real stories with real people's words. And you could do an exhibition of the Nova exhibition using drama or using, recreations, but to use the actual tents. And I saw a clip, some woman turned up, and there's a place where all the abandoned...
There is a lost and found inside the exhibition, and it's a lost and found of personal stuff.
Yeah.
And you have, I know which video you're talking about. One of the kidnapped women who came back, Moran Selayanai, she was here in New York, and she found her shoes. And she knew that because of her dog's hair inside the shoes. That's crazy.
Oh my God.
That's not even something you can think about when you're thinking. And I can tell you, for another story, I have a good friend. He's one of the artists that is working with us, and he's the one who is in charge of all the art, live art spaces that we are doing for the community artists to just show their art to the community in every festival. And he found the most personal things for him, which is his pencil case.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, for an artist, his pencil case was left there.
Yeah.
And it's, for me, like in the beginning, we also did it because we thought it would be a good way to attract all of our survivors to the lost and founds. Yeah. Because we didn't know how to get them to take all the things. We used to put them in the community days in this tent, and nobody wanted to get close to there.
Yeah.
And in the exhibition, they got curious because they also wanted to, we wanted to confront with what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking of confrontation.
Yeah, exactly.
Last week, there was a pro-Hamas, pro-Palestinian protest outside the Nova exhibition, chanting some horrible, they were protesting a monument to the massacre of hundreds of young women and men at a dance party. Were you in the building at the time?
Unfortunately, I was.
Sorry, say it again.
I was.
Unfortunately, you were.
I was.
Tell us what that was like.
Well, first of all, the ironic is that they were chanting that this exhibition is, I don't know, something like Zionist propaganda, I don't know what, something like that, while I was telling the story to people, my story, my personal story about my own life and my own human experience. And when you are doing something from a very pure place of memorizing your friends And this exhibition is done for two reasons. The first one is to memorize our friends and to tell the world what happened. And the second one is to get as much help as we need for the survivors that are still alive, for the families of the victims, for the families of the hostages, and for the hostages themselves that are coming back. And we are doing everything in our power to help this community get together. And this exhibition is helping us to get as many sources as we need from worldwide. And sitting there, hearing the drums outside, seeing flags of Hamas and Hezbollah, I was feeling attacked again. I was in a panic attack for like a half an hour. It took me a while to get over myself. But then I got really angry because, I'm saying this a lot. I'm willing to speak with whomever is willing to listen to me.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't want to listen.
No.
Yeah.
And the thing is that every person that I did manage to speak with and listened understood that this day and this experience is nothing we can put labels on. It's not Israel against Palestine. It's not, for me, I take out all these things from the equation because it's first of all and before everything that every hat you put on it, it's a horrible human experience that should have never been experienced by anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And all the other stuff that are being talked about this day or any other stuff has nothing to do with this exhibition. Because this exhibition is here to share a human story. A human story. A human story about a place of love and peace, of music. I can't find one human in the world that doesn't like music. And we all like to go to music concerts and music festivals. Every human in their life went once at least to a music concert or a music festival. So I feel it's just dishonoring the memory of my friends who were brutally murdered for just dancing, for music.
Yeah.
And that's, for me, an act against humanity.
Mm-hmm.
To murder people who just wanted to dance is act against humanity. What's really interesting about the Nova community is that we are international. We had 500 tickets from abroad. We had DJs from all over the world coming and playing in our festivals all over the years.
Yeah, that's right. There was 500 people.
500 tickets.
Yeah, it was, we
Like
met
people from Costa Rica and Mexico and Europe. I haven't had some friends from Germany. So
Yeah.
Can I have just a random question that I think it just occurs to me now is, how does it feel that the musicians of the world haven't stood up and spoken out, more of them? I mean, obviously there's some great exceptions. Like I'm thinking of John Ondrasik from Five for Fighting, who has written the song "We're Not Okay" and who went to Tel Aviv and performed that and is speaking up a lot. But so many musicians have been quiet, have been silent. How does that make you feel?
I can't blame people for living their lives and not, if they will be telling their opinion about this, they will have to tell their opinion about everything in the world. And it's such a sensitive topic that I can't be angry at people that don't want to say anything.
But a lot of those same...
I'm fighting, the thing is that the only thing that I feel like should be said is when there is anti-Semitic acts being happening around the world because of what's going on right now in my country, this very unfortunate and bad war that is not helping anyone. We are all suffering from it, every side, doesn't matter. I feel that the only thing they shouldn't be silent on is stuff that other people were silent, and then a very big massacre happened around 100 years ago. So for me, I want people to not be silent when there are anti-Semitic acts happening. But I seriously can't, I don't feel like they have been taught enough about what happened on October 7th in the festival.
Yeah.
And that's why we are going to tell it all over the world. Like
Yes.
we're going to be later this summer in LA.
That's right.
And then they will have to come there. I hope most of them will manage to say, okay, now we have the opportunity to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's very much what you know, we're doing the same kind of work as you guys, which is telling the story over and over again. And that's why, and we want to go to Los Angeles. We live in Los Angeles. We're hoping to bring the play there, but also to the college campuses. And we're going to Ireland, as we said, next week, and we'll be talking to people there.
Yeah, we've also had queries from Argentina and Germany and all people who want
Australia.
want the play brought there. So.
Yeah. So we're going to keep on telling the story.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
No.
Like the work you're doing is parallel to mine.
Yes.
Yes.
And I feel, as I said to you in the beginning, that it's very much nice and good to be around you two, because I know you guys have been doing whatever you can in order to share this story to the world. You're doing it in a different way than me, of course, and I feel it's always great to meet people that wants to spread light and love and truth into the world. And so, yeah, I want to say thank you from the name of me and for all the Nova community, because it's a big part of your story.
Yeah, it is. It
And,
is.
Well, it's a big part of that day. But I feel you're honoring the memory of my friends. And also, I think one of the things I said also on stage that day when I was witnessing is that you're also honoring the memory of one of the greatest hero in that day, which is Leon Bar. Leon Bar is a civilian
Yeah.
that decided he's going to rescue as many people as he can. He did it for almost 72 hours before he was murdered by terrorists.
Yes, Leon from Gadara, as we call him.
Yeah, Leon saved many of my friends. Many of my friends were saved by Leon.
Yeah, we're very proud of the fact that we have Leon's story being told, and that's very
a
much
representation of so many civilians that were saving people that day.
Yeah.
Some of them are not among us, and some of them are heroes that are living
yes,
quietly their lives
That's
next
right.
to us.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that's crazy.
Quiet.
like Zaki, like Zaki from Patesh.
Yes,
Yes, and Rami
is-
Davidian. Rami Davidian saved hundreds of people from the party. He came to the exhibition the other day and he met there one of the people he rescued.
Oh my God!
And that was a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
And she was sweet. Her name is Milet, and she bought him watch as a gift because he gave her time.
Oh my God!
That's such a beautiful act.
Wow.
And I was so proud of her for being so sensitive.
Wow.
Yeah.
And we had Hirsch Goldberg's auntie and cousin came to see the show the other day. It was such an honor to have them and to remember all of them.
Hirsch needs to be back home.
We need Hirsch back
yesterday.
home. Yes, yes.
All of them.
Yeah,
All
all
of
of
them.
them.
So many.
They all need to come home.
Yeah.
Yes.
How would you say October 7 has changed? Has it changed? Has it changed how you look at the world? Do you look at the world differently now?
It changed me. It changed everything about me. I have no clue how it changed my perspective. I do know that I still believe in goodness and humanity. As you guys know,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know, I still believe in people. That's what I stand for since I was born. I still believe in love and light. It will not change the way I perceive other people. It will not change the fact that I always want to listen to everyone's opinion and to talk with them quietly and peacefully, which I do a lot, actually. When I'm back in Berlin, I always talk with my friends, and some of them don't share the same opinions as me, and that's fine. And I just know that I guess I'm just less naive now.
Mhm.
I think this is the biggest thing that happened to me, because I think it changed the sets of emotions I have, the complexity of the emotions I'm having. I don't think I will ever be able to be fully happy or fully excited about something. There's always going to be a glimpse of pain in these feelings. When you're experiencing that great loss, everything looks different. my friends from home, I have a good friend from home. We've been friends for 20 years. And he moved to Berlin 2 years ago. And the first time I came back to Berlin after October 7th, he looked at me, and the first thing he had to say was, they took you away, didn't they?
Yeah.
They took you away because he knew a part of me would always stay in that field, at that dance floor. They took something away from me that I will never be able to return to myself. And I think that's the way I was changed after October 7th.
It's like the end of innocence.
Yeah, and that's like, the thing people don't understand is that this community is full with so many joyful and wonderful people. Doesn't matter their age, they still had that glimpse of childhood and childish and excitement that is saved only for children's. But it's not. In this community, it's not. And you can see it in the lost and found tables because you see all these costumes of elves, which is how I'm dressed up for festivals, and the glitters, and all the juggling and circus monuments, and even the shoes themselves. Some of them are with glitters and neon colors, and everything is very colorful. And you can see there the sign. There is there the sign of love, or the Hollywood action sign that people are walking around the dance floor. Imagine that, walking around the dance floor, someone is coming and doing for you action, and you can do whatever you want. It's playful.
Yeah. You were dressed as an elf that day.
I'm always dressed up as an elf. I am a fairy among us, and many, many fairies are living among our community. And they take their costumes or regular clothes out when they're in the festivals, because they can be whoever they want and do whatever they want. And that's the point of these places, to just be.
Yeah. So, thank you for coming. How can people connect with you or the Nova Festival?
Correct.
Tell us how to get the details of that, where it's on, where it's going.
Is there a website?
So Nova exhibition will stay in New York City until June 22nd. We were supposed to finish yesterday, but the protesters that came made us a bit angry.
Yes.
No, really. We just wanted to tell, okay, if you guys, we will not stop sharing light and love. And our way of sharing light and love right now is this exhibition. So we're going to be here in New York City, on Wall Street, until June 22nd. And you can find out everything you want about tickets in the Nova exhibition website. Of course, we also have the Nova Foundation. The Nova Foundation, all the money that is being collected from tickets of the exhibition, things you're buying in our Nova website, which are clothes and necklaces and stuff like this is all money that is a donation money. All these things are going to survivors. I will give you an example of the things that we're doing. We're building a Nova house, a place for them to have. It's going to take a while. It's going to be in the center of Israel. We're doing community days still. We still do it once a week. We had one yesterday. It was beautiful. We're doing a lot of work now with the families of the victims. We had a retreat, weekend retreat for the families last weekend. It was beautiful. We have a community day for them next week. We are giving emergency funds to whoever from the community needs help, if it's families of victims, families of survivors, survivors themselves, families of hostages. We are doing commemorial spaces for each and every survivor, and big ones that are coming soon for everyone who were murdered that day. And we're doing the exhibition, so we're doing a lot.
Yes.
We're doing a lot.
a lot.
And I can share with you guys the link of donations, so you can share it with your audience.
We'll put it on the show notes.
Yeah, we'll put that in the show
people
notes.
can see it. So
Yeah, I'm always giving. We have ambassadors program, so I'm an ambassador of my community. So I'm giving my own personal link, so that they will know
How to be in touch.
How to be in touch. If they need something, it has my number there. And if someone wants to have someone speak out in their community, we also do that. So there are many ways to contact us, and I will just share it, guys, with you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Tal.
This has been so wonderful to have you. It's kind of it's amazing the whole way it worked out, because we were organizing the play. We didn't know anything about what you were doing, and then we get to New York, and it's like you guys were here at the very same time, which was a perfect compliment. We had a lot of people came to the play who said, "I'm going to the exhibition afterwards," or "I was at the exhibition this morning." So people, please, if you're in the New York area, please go and see the exhibition before it ends, because it really is very, very powerful, incredibly well done. And if you're in LA, they're going to be coming to UCLA, or they're going to be, coming to LA. We're going to be going to UCLA. We think somebody was asking us yesterday. Okay, we have to stop.
Yes.
Thank you again
Thank you,
so
Tal.
much.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, Kelly, the dog.
And thank
By
you,
the way,
Kelly.
whoever's going to come to the exhibition will be have the permission to give me a personal hug, because I'm there. So,
Yes,
yeah.
please do. Thank you.
Thank you, bye.